Hey beautiful, welcome back to Midlife Butterfly. Today's episode is tender, it's powerful. It's for the woman who's ever felt like she didn't belong. Maybe you felt like an outsider. Maybe you had a moment in your life where you stopped trusting that you were meant to be part of something. If that's you, I see you, I feel you, and I have a story to share. Midlife Butterfly, a woman in the sacred in-between. She's not who she once was and not quite who she's becoming yet. She's unraveling, awakening, remembering. She's navigating life transitions, divorce, loss, reinvention, moves, with a burning desire for freedom, joy, and soul-led living. She feels the pull to rise, to fly. She is no longer afraid of her own wings. I noticed that something in my business has been holding me back. There was something in my subconscious that I felt I needed to explore because it has been blocking me for decades. Yeah, that's the truth. So I took the time to pause, to listen, and reflect. And it brought me back to when I was 13 years old. So I'll tell you this story. I went to look for a friend, and when I knocked on the door, his little brother opened. And then a voice screamed, "Who is it?" And he responded, "A skinny girl with glasses and brackets." And well, it ended up that my friend was not there. So I came back to the car where my parents were waiting for me. I was fucking furious. I was totally pissed off. And of course my parents noticed it and they asked me what happened, so I told them. But they just laughed about it. I mean, it was not a big deal, right? At least that's what we thought. The little boy was just describing what he saw because he was asked what was going on. And my parents didn't know better, so they just laughed. But I didn't realize at that moment it marked me. Because my little girl interpreted as being rejected. As you don't belong here. And I believe it. But I forgot about it. And then I became a lone wolf. And for years, I actually operated from here, like in friendships with acquaintances, like even in my business now. And I actually used to think that I was a shy person. I now know that I am an ambivert. And like I used to go, with if I would be in gatherings with a lot of unknown people, I would just most likely stay with the people that I know, or I would just kind of hide in a corner. So then, of course, people would not notice me. So I will be unseen. I will hide, basically. And I would rarely dare to actually make the first move to approach people. That has been shifting little by little. It actually took me 2 years to make the first video for my business. And the truth is that deep down, the younger version of me was still scared. It was very scared to be rejected again. Now I interpret it differently, of course. And this time, when I decided to explore deeper, because I know there was this thing holding me back. When I was journaling and taking the time to cry, because I did cry, then is when I started shifting is when I notice why, like, I'm doing this work for myself and of course for Midlife Butterfly. I was finally able to hear that voice saying, I don't feel like I belong in this space. And the voice was so clear. And then I noticed that I have reflecting this in my coaching as a leader, as a business owner. Deep down, I didn't feel like I belong in here. And when I started reflecting it, I realized that that was a lie. I have always belonged. You have always belonged. It's just our limiting minds that tell us that to protect us. That's all. They are trying to protect us, to keep us safe. And at the same time, I realized that really, I'm not meant to fit in. I'm actually meant to create a new space. And that's why I actually created the Midlife Butterfly, to honor women like me. I even have in my wall this quote that says, do not go where the path, the way lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. This quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I felt like this all the time. Like, I don't have to follow the crowds. I don't have to follow everybody or anyone else's path. I am here to create my own trail. And this is what I'm doing. In a different way. In my unique way. And it might resonate to people and they might feel might follow my path for a bit. But my aim is to really guide others to start their own trail. Leave their own trail. So I want to ask you, when did you first feel like you didn't belong? What decision did you make about yourself in that moment? And what if that was never your truth? Just your trauma? Like in my case. You don't have to keep being that lone wolf. You don't have to shrink to be safe. What if you and me started belonging to ourselves first? Because once we embody that, once we understand that first we gotta belong to ourselves, then that truth that we have always belonged is gonna be our truth as well. I want to invite you to listen to this practice. If you're in a safe place, I invite you to close your eyes. If you are not, just listen to myself and then you can come back afterwards. So please close your eyes. Just let my voice guide you to be this gentle reminder that you belong. Let's take a few breaths together, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And try to relax your body as much as you can. Let's do it again. Breathing through the nose, out through the mouth. Relaxing the body a bit more. Let your body soften. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders drop. You are safe. You are held. And you are not alone. I will ask you to bring your attention to your heart. If you feel comfortable, place a hand over there and feel the warmth of your own touch. And imagine that you're breathing into your heart and exhaling from it too. Can you feel that expansion and that contraction with each breath that you're taking? And allow that softness to come to your heart. Allow that softness to grow. And now, in your mind's eye, picture that little girl of you, that version of you. What is she wearing? What is her expression on her face? Where is she now? Just observe her. Not judgment, only love towards her. And I invite you to walk up to her gently, look into her eyes, and say to her, I see you. I love you. You belong. Notice her eyes and tell her again, I see you. I love you. You belong. And give her a big hug if that feels right for you. Let her feel safe again. Let her feel that safety that she didn't feel at that moment of rejection. Now repeat softly to yourself, I belong to myself. I belong to love. I belong to this life exactly as I am. Feel those words in your skin. Feel them deeply. Embody them. This is the truth. You belong to yourself. When you feel ready, start noticing the light through your eyelids. Start wiggling your toes and fingers. And open your eyes. My 13-year-old self, she couldn't even imagine the life that I have now. And I'm sure that yours either. But I am sure that my little girl, she will show me what I'm doing now. Leading woman, owning my voice even when it breaks. Seeing me creating this community, this moment, she'll be so fucking proud of me. And I want you to feel that pride too. Because you deserve to belong, to lead, to rise. You do. And that's why I invite you to be part of my community of Midlife Butterfly. I am sharing the link below to my Facebook group. And if this resonated with you and you're ready to reclaim your power, where I have a one-on-one 6-week journey called the Butterfly Path. I'm going to be sharing the links in the show notes. And I hope this episode has served you. This is the inner work that I do on my own. And I wanted to share with you because you can also do it on yours. And I can also support you if you need to. I'll leave you with this, with a lot of love. Uncertainty that you are loved, that you belong, and it's time to keep flying. It's time to be seen. It's time to share your voice. It's time to speak your truth, be your truth, and live your truth. I love you. Take care. Thank you for tuning into Midlife Butterfly. If this episode lit a spark in you, hit that subscribe or follow button on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to listen, so you'll never miss the magic. If you're feeling generous, drop a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps this empowering content reach more souls ready to transform their lives. And don't forget to take a photo of you while listening and share it on your socials. You can tag me at KenasYou so I can celebrate you and your expansion. Until next time, keep spreading those wings and living in joy, growth, and pleasure.